Welcome back to the Wednesday Night War section of the No Gimmicks Wrestling podcast, and this is the time where me and Primetime take over and talk about the Wednesday Night War, NXT versus AEW, and who won for the week. So we got a lot of things happening this week with the Dusty Classic finals happening on NXT side, plus we have a grueling 6-man tag as the main event, and Jon Moxley responds to Chris Jericho right before their match of Revolution. So, starting off with NXT, we start off with a match between Finn Balor versus Trent Seven, which I would say was a hard-hitting matchup. For first of all, I like how Finn Balor drop kicked Trent Seven as he was doing his slow roll to the ring. I thought that was cool.
Did you see that what started the match? He's quote unquote hurt his larynx or something.
Who did? Trent Seven?
Yes.
Oh, word! I did not know that.
It's quote unquote Finn Balor attacked him and damaged his larynx.
Oh, so he can't talk?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Can't breathe. Yeah, that was the story.
Oh my goodness. So they have a good match. There's a point where Trent Seven's about to go do a moonsault off the top. Finn Balor knocks him down. He falls on his head. Kind of scary moment there. Finn Balor hits the coup de grace and then picks up for a 1916 and wins the matchup. So Finn Balor picks up the win here, obviously giving him some heat for that Gargano match. This is the first time on NXT that Finn Balor has felt like a true heel to me.
Well, yeah, I can understand.
But how'd you feel about the match?
Before he just felt kind of like, I guess, selfish or the limelight, I guess you can say. Like, I just want to be in the spotlight, but now he kind of felt evil here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So good opening match to get the NXT thing started. Shotzi Blackheart is coming out in her little tank. Shout out to the Indies versus Diana Purrazzo.
First of all, I went to the end of the match.
No. You can say first of all. What's up?
Marvel would know. Did you hear what he said during this match?
No, I did. I missed it. What did he say?
Okay, so it's this female singer with green hair named Billy something, and he said, Marvel said, Shotzi Blackheart just dominated like another green-haired, multicolored haired Billy Lights just dominated the Grammys. It was like, that was just too much for me. That line just stuck out. That line stuck out the most of every line.
Well, okay. Well, the line that stuck out for me was when the next segment happened. But decent little match by these two, but it was short. And Shotzi Blackheart hits her top rope senton, which does not look better than Akira Tozawa's. But still picks up the win over Diana Purrazzo.
It looked like she missed her for a second.
It didn't it? And I was like, okay, well, I mean, it was alright. I mean, I seen better ones in the Indies. Next up is Keith Lee, aka Swole Theo, comes out to the ring, and this was the line that stuck with me, where Mauro Ronaldo said Keith Lee used the Mamba mentality to win the.
No, because he said it and then he explained it. It's like, you don't need to explain. He's like, he used the Mamba mentality of Lakers fan Kobe Bryant, which his man. I was like, Mauro
explained the whole, like, bruh, if you living under a rock, you obviously know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure the whole America knows what's going on right there.
Not even America, the whole world.
The world knows.
Not just America.
Exactly right. It's when icons die, the world knows, unless you living in the rainforest. But other than that, but I was just like, that's what it stuck out to me when he was like, he used the Mamba mentality. I was like, now, that's going to be a thing for a minute for Ronaldo, man. So,
no, because the Mamba mentality part, I was like, okay, I can understand. But then when he kept going, I'm like, all right, Mauro.
Yeah, Mauro.
You keep going. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done, Mauro. It's like, oh my god, that's the one thing that I don't like that he does though. Like,
what?
When he has to explain his reference.
Exactly. But you know, because I think that's because people like Corey Graves making fun of him and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I understand the wrestling culture it has a different kind of demographic, but people do understand pop culture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And just because, it is a predominantly white demographic that's on wrestling, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Kobe and the Mamba mentality, so it's good. But Keith Lee cuts a promo about how he won the North American Championship, and then all of a sudden Damian Priest with the better Baron Corbin entrance. Because I was like, I like that entrance. See what?
I like it, but when you think about it, it's funny because he has to run to his jersey.
He do got to run right there in time. I'm like, it'd be dark. I'm like, hope you don't trip.
Like Baron Corbin just walked out in the light, walked straight. But this man, he got one here and then one on this other side, then one in the middle. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I thought it was cool though. But Damian Priest comes out, holds the microphone kind of like he's Xavier Woods from New Day, and talks. And I'm like, this is the first time I heard Damian Priest talk. His voice does not match him.
What, you sound like Loki a little bit?
Yeah, no, Loki. No, he sound deeper than that. He's just like, I'm gonna tell you something, Keith. You may not know this about me. I like to take things. I'm like, who is this guy?
I like to say women. Okay.
So, as he's saying that, he wants to take the North American Championship, but then all of a sudden, here comes Dominic Dijakovic. As Marlon
Did they change his theme song or something?
Huh?
Did they change his theme song or something?
Honestly, I don't know what the first one sounded like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I could have sworn he had something different. Cause this one sounded like it was like Go Dominic or something. That's what it sounded like to me.
Oh God, he didn't change that shit. So he comes out and says, Keith Lee is the best, and they had their battles. But if anybody should be first in line challenge for the North American Championship, it should be him, not this Marilyn Manson lookalike. And I'm just like, okay, you had me, Dominic, you had me. So then that gets him to stare down, and then they get right into a matchup, and ain't no headlocks. They brawl where Damian Priest gives him a racist edge on the apron. I'm like,
oh yes, that was
already. So
yeah, that was nasty.
That was nasty. And then we come back from commercial, and then they already brawled. Dominic Dijakovic does a moonsault to the outside. He's 6'8" doing that. That thing is crazy. Then Damian Priest does his springboard leap to the outside. I'm like, these big guys doing all these kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, bro, please don't kill yourselves, because the Poison Rana from the top, Dominic Dijakovic landed straight on his neck awkwardly. And you can tell because he kept holding his neck. And I'm like, I hope he ain't tear no ligaments, because that's going to put him on the shelf for a minute. But he kicks out the Poison Rana. Then he knocks Damian Priest to the corner, hits the Feast Your Eyes, and beats.
He hit it on the buzzer, too.
Exactly.
I like how they are getting more people behind Damian Priest and Dominic Dijakovic.
Exactly. I mean, I ain't that Priest lost, because that was my point. But
I got points. But I'm saying, because when new people come in that has been like good everywhere else, they don't really get the same shine sometimes. So I'm glad that they kind of giving them that shine.
Exactly. We get a sighting of all three members from Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish down, laying in the bed out. And Ciampa with the baseball bat, because he let everybody know that he is going to make Adam Cole accept him so he can get Goldie back. Then he has a table with an X spray painted on the table, and with that X, Adam Cole comes out, and Ciampa wants obviously to get Goldie back, and Regal announced that Adam Cole is already going to be a championship match, and that Ciampa is going to sign the contract. Ciampa puts Cole through a table, and wait, I'm missing something, because he got bloody somehow, right?
Yeah, because Adam Cole hit him in the head with the microphone.
With the microphone, yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, he would hit a microphone, but then he don't push him through the table, and then he signs the contract, and then like wipes his head or wipes the blood on the contract. I'm like, that's some sick shit. I like it.
Psycho killer.
Psycho killer. So that's gonna. You think it's gonna be a regular match though?
We'll see as the weeks progress.
Okay.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it a TLC match or something. I don't know. You know how they like to spice things up.
You're right. Next up, we got Tegan Knox taking on Dakota Kai, which I don't know if this is the blow-off match or not, but if it was,
I hope it ain't.
I'm about to say this was kind of Dakota Kai tries to use the knee brace to attack Tegan Knox, and she keeps missing. Try to use a chair, it doesn't work. And I thought, in my opinion, for the heat that's behind this matchup, it underperformed. It underperformed a lot, and then out of nowhere she hits the shiniest wizard, which I hate the name of that fisherman because it's she acting like it'd be different if Kairi Sane said the insanest elbow or the best looking elbow, because she makes it look like it's the best damn elbow you've seen.
I guess the knee braces make it the shiniest.
But it ain't like, but it ain't, even if that's the case, she don't cock her leg back extra. She don't put no extra stank on it. So I'm like, so it looks like any other Shining Wizard, if not worse.
Yeah, but like it was one point in this match where like Tegan was like bent over the ropes and her head was out towards the ring, and Dakota had a chair. I was like, since they did the concerto, I thought Dakota was just about to wham in the head.
Exactly, but then Candice LeRae comes out and has to inject herself.
Randomly comes out. So I was like, okay.
It has to inject herself in this shit. So, but
she injects herself in a lot of matches I see.
Exactly, but Dakota Kai shines with her, and that's the match right there. So I'm guessing they may have a follow up at TakeOver Portland. I'm not sure, but
I'm assuming whatever match that they have is going to be the last match, and Dakota's going to cheat to win. Because technically, Tegan Knox cheated here to win. So
you're right. Candice LeRae shouldn't have been there, so you're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, smacked against the head with the brace.
Next women's match is Kaden Carter taking on Chelsea Green. So she made her debut at the Royal Rumble. Didn't last long, but now it's going to be her first NXT debut against Kaden Carter. And once again, this match was not that long neither, as Chelsea Green is kind of dominating, and then she takes too much time to taunt, and then Kaden Carter rolls her up for her first win on NXT. So I mean,
both names.
Huh?
Her first win as both names.
Exactly. So I thought that was kind of cool having Kaden Carter win the match. I mean, I don't know what they plan on doing with Chelsea Green. I
have a question, right?
Yeah.
So you got all these people, these indie women that come from all over, and they're really like never used on TV. Like, talk about the good, like for example, Deonna Purrazzo would wrestle everywhere. She was like at the top of the division.
Yeah. And
then she comes here, and now she's like at the bottom, like don't even be on TV. And then like Chelsea, the same thing. She was like the main star on like Impact and all these other shows, and she was like at All In. So it's like she had an opportunity to be a big star, and then she comes here, and then like they put her at the bottom, on the bottom, when she's barely on TV, and she's just not getting a chance.
Well, look,
it's like, is that like a TV thing where like they don't know the TV yet, so that's why, or what?
I mean, it is like a TV. First of all, what we gotta understand is two things. Number one, NXT is still a form of a developmental type thing. They gotta teach you about the promos and the camera stuff like that, because every indie place they come from don't have TV. They live stream, and Impact, is not performing. They only perform in front of 50 people a night. So it's a difference. And number two is you still gotta understand that NXT, even though it's the part that we do like, is still a WWE audience. So there are people that they have to sell these people to. Like Diana Purrazzo is like, yeah, she's known for doing all the instant all over, but I mean, she could probably work on her promo. She could probably work on her camera presence and knowing where the cameras is at. So you're not gonna put her at the top, because the top woman that you have established already is your
Rhea Ripley. Top, just like middle, at least on TV is what I mean. Like,
no, but the thing is, they are getting on TV.
But now they are. You know how many people they signed that they haven't used? They still have a lot of people they don't use because developmental. I understand. So.
I mean, but it's like this. Look, people was already complaining about getting 2 hours of NXT. What, you want a third hour?
No, I just want to know why you sign all these people and then don't use them. I mean, but they try to sign people not for other people not to use them, then they don't even use them.
But I mean, but if you look at AEW, they sign people also that I rarely see Sunny Kiss.
Yeah, true.
There are some people. I mean, when you have a big roster and you only have 2 hours to say, it's like this: we're gonna focus on this storyline, and then afterwards we're gonna focus on something else. And then everybody can't be used. Remember, there was a time, if you talk when Keith Lee first got signed, we rarely saw Keith Lee. The only time I seen Keith Lee was when that match we had with Cassius Ohno, and it's like, Keith Lee was like non-existent. Then he went to 2 hours. We got to see a little bit more of Keith Lee, and then of course when they move superstars up, like Shayna Baszler is going to come to the main roster and all that. Then you're going to have room for your Diana Purrazzo's, your Shotzi Blackhearts, and your Kaden Carters, to do that. And same thing like with Mia Yim. Mia Yim, when she first came here, was like a job here, but now she's getting the storylines. Everybody has to take their turn. That's why. So that brought me to my question. They put 3 women's matches on this show, but they were all short. So what do people prefer? Do you prefer like less matches, less women's matches, but let them be longer, or do you want more women but shorter matches?
I would like them to focus on. They can have the one women's storyline, then like they can interchange women each week. Is what I was just suggesting. Like I'm just giving an example. I'm gonna just give an example. It's not women, but like some people were upset at Oney Lorcan when he signed his extension, because if you're a fan of Oney Lorcan, you want to see Oney Lorcan. But since he signed his extension, he hasn't been there. And usually, if he's there, he's probably gonna job out.
Yeah, but so the thing is, if you're an Oney Lorcan fan, right, you don't want to see him job out. But then you're looking at the card now. What storyline do you put him in?
Not storyline. I'm just saying that's what some people have. That's what some people say.
Yeah, I mean, I know that's what they say, but I'm like, but if you put him on TV and he starts winning, right, you're automatically, by just default, he's in the storyline because he's winning. And if he's winning and not getting rewarded for his win, then it's like, well, there's a problem here. But if you don't know what to do with him right now because he wants to sign, it's like, well, you gotta kind of got what your turn, because I don't know if you and Danny Burch are still a thing, because you came up to 205 Live, so it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it is.
Main event time. The Broserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne, take on the Grizzled Young Veterans. And look, I heard that this match was just chaotic. It was on a takeover level.
Yeah, the match is crazy.
But unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see the whole matchup, but I do know that the Broserweights pick up the win and get fireworks and get a shot at the NXT titles at Takeover Portland. Yep. So that should be a damn good match too. But I need to go back and watch this match fully.
Yeah, you should. This is a lot of good spots, a lot of good things happening, a lot of good near falls as well. So I think you should take a look.
Yeah. Now jumping over.
I'm trying to think of the last move. I think was like a GTS with like a car. I don't know. It was like a crazy move. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, I gotta definitely check that out. Now we're switching over to AEW. We're off Jericho's ship, and now we're in Cleveland, Ohio. OHIO.
Whatever it is, Jericho said.
Exactly. Oh, shut up. I was like, I gotta agree with you. John Moxley comes out with the slick Rick patch and goes out there and calls out Chris Jericho, the La Champion, and talk about how he's still standing, and then man, there's nothing to fight for. I forgot the line that he said. It was a nice line.
Where did Jericho find all these crazy jackets from?
Say what?
Where did Jericho find all these crazy jackets from? It was like the same jacket but different colors and they outrageous colors.
Because he's Jericho, bro. I don't know where he get it, but he said, "I'm not perfect. I'm no role model. I'm no saint. I don't have to wear a white hat or a black hat, but I make sure at the end of the day I can look at myself in the mirror. All the championships in the world don't mean nothing unless you have your honor, unless you live by a code. When I see Chris Jericho, I see he's a coward, a bully, a boy. I do hate bullies." So,
okay.
It was. I actually had the transcript here, and then the La Champion comes out, and then he comes out once again. The crowd singing along to his song, and
yes, they do.
He said, Jericho, you make me laugh. You talk about what you have done, what you have earned because you deserve was a spike in the eye, what Jericho said. And all you had to do was say yes to my offer and join the inner circle. And then it takes what to beat La Champion. You don't even have what it takes to blink with two eyes. Like that line.
That was funny. That was funny.
That joke was funny. He said, well, see here we fight in Cleveland and they do the OHIO bullshit, and then Jericho brings out the inner circle. Come on out, boys.
They now have a theme song now, so that's good. You know, for the stable instead of just coming out to the leader song. So yeah.
And then he said, Moxie said, you never walked into a 5-on-1 beatdown, Chris. See, I was born and raised here in the great state of Ohio. The way I see it is 5 against me in this entire arena. Hell, I kind of like those odds. And then Jericho said, hold on, but you stupid son of a bitch. He said, we brought some of the South Bronx street thugs. I was like, they not bringing out the urban youth, yo. They bring out these stereotypical South Bronx street thugs, courtesy of Santana and Ortiz. And I was just like, yo, so they just left the mechanics and just said, yo, we about to go pounce on Boppy. Yo, it's just hilarious.
That's like how LAS used to be for a second when they had it was like Hernandez, Homicide, was it Tracy or somebody else? I forget what the girl name was, and they had a crew of people come up behind them. Like, all right,
yeah, shoo. So, Moxie comes and then he takes the bat from was it Ortiz, beats him down.
Yeah, I think it was an axe handle. They said
axe handle, okay, and then gives him a double arm DDT, and they starts beating up, fighting everybody. But then eventually Moxie slips out, and they goes through the crowd, kind of getting the upper hand, taunting Chris Jericho. So they bring some good heat for the La Champion and John Moxley's match for Revolution. So I can't wait to actually check that out. See, get Jericho Moxley thing again. So that's cool. So I actually like this video package. I'm a sucker for it. MJF and Warlord is in the video.
This one.
Yeah,
okay.
They in this meat package. You see the Butcher and the Blade cutting up meat, in their whole butcher clothes and stuff like that. And then
what is hey, what were their names? Seth Rollins and Rhino. There was the Butcher. Oh my, I can't remember.
I can't write that either. I thought it was Butcher Blade the Blade.
I'm trying. Would you remember what I'm talking about when it was on Southpaw Regional Wrestling?
Oh yeah. Was it Dry Rub Doug?
I was like, that's exactly what it looks like. I was like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, Dry Rub Doug and so I forgot. Yeah, so I was like, so MJF gives the bunny the package and she turns it over, the envelope, the thing it says Young Bucks. I like how when he hands her the envelope, they automatically go into their wrestling gear. I thought that was hot. I'm not even gonna hold you. I thought that was hot. So
I mean, yeah, I like how they get the deal, how they make it look like that's their thing. Like we just take out people.
Exactly. Kind of like APA. So maybe
next week. You said what?
Kind of like APA.
Yeah. So I want to know next week, Kip Sabian gonna come in and try to get George in that little song. I don't know.
That'd be kind of cool, especially if they just switch over in their gear. That'd be all that. Opening match, we had the Butcher the Blade, Cody by the Bunny, and MJF and Warlord, who was on commentary, taking on the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson.
I gotta say, MJF on commentary was funny at sometimes. It's funny.
It is.
He'd be making fun of Shivani, and he's just a heel. I like it.
Yeah. So the Young Bucks pick up the win, but afterwards he started getting beat down by the Butcher and Blade, and then here comes Kenny Omega with a nasty V-trigger in them pants. I'm sorry to play say real. And then here comes Adam Cole, Adam Page.
Oh my God, he looked that much.
Oh yeah, coming down with the beer in his hand. He's telling Matt to hold his beer. Hold the beer. And then he gives a buckshot Larry to the Butcher, I think it was, and then takes the beer and walks back out.
He drinks it and then leaves.
It leaves, man. This thing is going to explode when it finally does. I can't wait for it.
It's like his thing is probably was like, I didn't want to help you, but since Kenny came out, I'll do something at least. I'll do the bare minimum.
Exactly. The native beast, Nyla Rose against Big Swole next. I did not see all the Big Swole matchup. How was it?
Swole looked good. They building up something with Swole. They getting people behind her as well, which is a good thing. But at the end, Nyla Rose won.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I figured Nyla Rose. She hit a sit down power bomb.
Yeah.
On Big Swole. So, but I'm
but
glad.
Swole is getting in with the crowd.
But I'm glad because she do got personality. And I'm glad that she signed to AEW. Because at first I was like, I like her look. Because at first I was like, when I seen a picture of Big Swole like years ago, I was like, whoa, who is that? And then when I see Cedric Alexander's wife or girl, I think it's a wife, right? Yeah, and I was just like, oh, okay. Well, and I like her wrestling gear. I like her more now than I did when she was in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, I think she's still mad at WWE for putting Cedric with Alicia Fox that one time.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. So next up we have super bad Kip Sabian, being accompanied by Penelope, with the American Nightmare Cody. With the coach on, I do not like this coach thing. I'm not liking it.
The one thing I don't like even more is this over the top entrance for no reason.
It's like I'm like, bruh, Cody, come on, bro. I'm like,
every week. I'm gonna say it every week.
If you
got the angels, he got the pew 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 pew, boom 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 boom. It's like the intro Raw. He got the intro Raw in his entrance. Like, come on, man.
Oh my god. So the match was cool. Penelope was trying to cheat by she taking Cody's weight belt, tossed her shoe in there. So Arn Anderson is like, I had enough of this, ref. You're not doing your job. So he gets in the ring, bumps him, and the referee has to throw him out, and then which gets a distraction as Cody takes his Hurricane Rana from Penelope on the outside and dives through the ropes by Kip Sabian. And as they're about to kiss, out in the crowd in the middle comes Joey Janela. Like that shot, by the way. That was cool.
Oh man, that's cool.
Yeah, by Joey Janela, and then they go back in the ring. Cody hits a springboard cutter, then hits not one, not two, but 3 crossroads.
You're taking that anger out of MJF.
Exactly. So I was like, okay.
I also I like how Kip Sabian and Penelope they cheat, but it's like they're doing the same stuff that Brandy and Cody was doing. Like she'll fake like she's knocked out, and Cody will try to take her to the back or something, and then he'll hit him, or she'll do a Hurricane Rana or something. So I kind of want, I don't know, I kind of want them to try to do something different, because that's the same thing like Selena Vega's doing. Hurricane Rana's off the top and stuff. So I just want to know if they can come up with something more creative. Maybe it's not possible. I don't know.
Well, maybe it is possible. We just don't know it yet. Your girl comes out for an interview with Tony Schiavone, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
You got to say the full thing.
Yeah. She said, I hope, Brett, I hope I didn't offend you last week, Mark Schiavone. She said, it's Dr. Britt Baker. I promise to be here each week with smiles beaming across your TV sets, which is more I can say about your champion, Rio. And Cleveland, congratulations, you finally have a Baker you can trust in. I like that line. I like it.
I like the line that she said about Jim Ross.
Though. Oh, yeah. She did come at Jim Ross kind of hard, though.
She killed Jim Ross, and I feel like it was honest. Honestly, that's how I feel. That's how I feel about Jim Ross.
I mean, I do agree. I mean, like, since like Japan, he's been kind of overrated on certain things. So this promo by Britt Baker was better than last week's.
Oh, definitely.
Because I was like, last year, I was like, get off my screen. And I don't mean
last year they had to cut her off.
Yeah, exactly. Jim had to cut her off.
Break now.
Exactly. They had a thing backstage with Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, and Ad Page says, look, I got my name plates. I'm surprised we got it before you did, talking to the Young Bucks. But Kenny Omega's like, look,
That's the second week in a row he said that.
Exactly. But we signed up for an 8-man tag team match, player, next week between the Elite versus the Butcher and the Blade and a tag team of their choice, which we find out is going to be the Lucha Brothers. So that should be a damn good matchup. Is that going to kick it off, or is that going to main event?
They might main event.
That might main
For
event.
one, I want to know how did Blade and the Bunny talk to the Lucha Brothers and get that to happen. Like,
I don't know. She probably seduced them.
Cause you know how they said just in like outside of kayfabe, they say get one of your choosing. So you really think the Blade and the Butcher walked up to the Lucha Brothers and said, "Hey, we need y'all to do me a favor." I don't know.
You're right.
I'm just trying to think of how these things come about, rather than them just putting it together sometimes.
You're right. SoCal Uncensored are coming out. SCU coming out, paying respects to Kobe Bryant, bringing out the Lakers jerseys.
Y'all did a fadeaway in the thing.
Exactly. So I was like, that was cool. I appreciate them showing love, or somebody showing love to Kobe. Like I said, I know we're going to be seeing that for a while with the Oscars and the All-Star Game and WrestleMania, all that stuff coming up.
Even the Super Bowl.
And Super Bowl. There's so much stuff coming up, so there's going to be a lot of Kobe tributes throughout everything. So, I'm surprised. Look, Rey Mysterio may have the Kobe gear for WrestleMania. Who knows?
He do superheroes, bro.
It was Kobe.
Okay, all right.
You never know. And then so it's them against the Hybrid 2 and Helico and Jack Evans. I love this team, bro. I just love and Helico because they are just so freakishly athletic. It's scary. It is scary.
I want them to really get their character going though. Because it's like they just as of now they just come out there, do their flips, and lose the match. Not that saying I want them to win, but I kind of want them to have like a character. Yeah,
a purpose. I get you.
Yeah.
I do get you. SCU, what you just said, pick up the win on a Helico. And then a video of the Dark Orders being played on the screen with Evil Uno speaking in the stairwell and lets Christopher Daniels know that if he's very unhappy, he can act swiftly and he's going to target someone to choose you. So Daniels was watching in the ring. Are we getting a tease of the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, coming back?
I doubt it. Not now, at least. Not while he's with SCU.
Okay. Main event time. Private Party. Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn and Darby Allin taking on Santana Ortiz and the La Champion.
Weird tag team.
Chris Jericho. I don't know where the hell this came from. It's like out the blue. So, once again, when you have a Private Party, Darby Allin kind of match like this, it's hard to really document play-by-play of each of the match. Just know it was a sight to see. Because, like I said, once again, I like Private Party. Like, Private Party is like AEW Street Profits.
Yeah. I did, did you see when Darby hit the coffin jump on Jake Hager and he, missed him?
Yeah,
he didn't miss him, but Hager just held his arms out. He didn't catch him, he just held his arms out. So he fell on Hager, but slid off and hit the floor.
Exactly. I'm like, oh god. So he catch like the Miz. Yeah.
Miz don't be wanting to get hurt.
And Mark Quinn was there for the senton with Jericho. Got a near fall, and then Isaiah Cassidy's coming in, and he gets the Judas effect for the 3 count. I
thought that was the nastiest Judas effect I ever seen. The way he sold it.
I was like, ooh, that joint. I never seen a back elbow look so sexy.
I guess they must have told Jericho that his Judas effect looked weak, so he got to put more elbow into it or something. But the way that he sold it, he need to have that combination, sell and the way that he did it as his finisher, not the regular back elbow.
You're right. It also said that we got after that, Inner Circle comes into the ring and they start beating down Private Party, Darby Allin, and then after they all hug in the ring, Sammy Guevara takes Darby Allin's skateboard, starts doing the Kyle O'Reilly, play air guitar with it, and then dropped him down on his throat with the edge of the skateboard. Then Moxley comes out with a baseball bat like Stone Cold Steve Austin and starts swinging it around, and Inner Circle who retreat from the ring. So that is how AEW ended this week. So who gets to win, AEW or NXT?
This this week, I would say AEW personally, because I liked the beginning match, the ending match, the Moxley promo, and it's like just and the Britt Baker thing actually was good this week, so I can't even complain. Like, it was actually entertaining this week. Mm-hmm. But NXT though, NXT had that whole Ciampa thing was just like that could easily sway my opinion, but I'm going AEW.
I'll go, believe it or not, I won't dare last week. I'm going NXT this week. The Dusty, of course, the Dusty Classic matchup. Finn Balor looking more of a heel. There were more women's matches. They were a little bit shorter, but there was more women's matches here on the card. So I like the way everything laid out. Once again, I like AEW. I definitely like the whole Butcher and the Blade video they had backstage and stuff like that. But everything else to me was out of place. And what I mean by out of place is, like, why is this match happening? Why are people teaming up? Why is this person mad for this? And I'm like, it didn't make not the least bit of sense, really, in my opinion. Well, let's come from Jericho or Moxley stuff. So, guys, that is the Wednesday Night War of who we think won. You guys listen to our YouTube, can post down in the comments or email us at therealnerdcoalition.com@gmail.com. But we got to get right back to the show, so let's do that.